Hello, my spooky friends.
My name is Cassie.
And I'm Caitlin.
And welcome into I'd Survive. Ooh, I feel like I changed my cadence a little there.
That one was
Everyone's
good.
like, you sound the exact same as every time. And I'm like, no, I changed it a little bit.
No, trust me.
Can't you hear it?
It was so different.
Okay. We are recording this podcast a couple days late this week because I had quite a time the last couple weeks. I've been going through it for nothing serious, just like dramatic, stupid stuff. But we're here now after talking to each other for an hour and 45 minutes, which is totally fine.
Yep, that's just how it is.
And I'm looking at my script already at like what I want to talk about in my intro for our weekly little horror talk that we do. And I have written down something very bad is going to happen because I thought that I would be finishing that freaking show by now. Still haven't. I have 1.5 episodes left.
Oh, really?
So I literally like my lack of motivation the last week and a half has extended to like what I watch. Like I'm trying to watch RuPaul's Drag Race. I stopped after 2 episodes of season 2. Like I need to get back on that. Stopped watching Something Very Bad Is Going to Happen. Been playing a lot of Tamagotchi Life though.
Oh, wow. We know. Yes, she has.
Shout out to that. There's a horror we can talk about actually.
Oh, true.
Fun fact, everybody.
True.
I happen to make Chucky, like the evil doll, yes, in my Tamagotchi Life. Of course, Caitlin is also in my Tamagotchi Life. If you don't know, it is like this video game Nintendo came out with recently. It was originally on Nintendo DS, very nostalgic for a lot of people. But now it's on Switch and it's kind of been given this new life and a lot of people are playing it. It's like a life sim and you get to make all these little people and they interact and it's hilarious.
Yes.
And Chucky and Caitlin have moved in together. They're dating. Their dating life is going strong.
I did not ask for this. Like I really didn't.
So I'm trying to nudge people in both of their directions to try to get them out of that relationship. But we'll see if they comply.
That's insane. But yeah. I will say it is so fun being able to like, because Tamagotchi Life is so customizable. And I just more or less just started, but I have Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's on mine, and I also
incredible.
I made Tiffany. Nobody's seen her yet because I haven't played, but I did make Tiffany, which she's really exciting. Fun to make. I think you should make her too because she's just got a fun look to play.
And then
with.
maybe we can push her towards Chucky.
Yes, that would make a little more sense than me.
Well,
at least in my eyes.
I would hope so. Yeah.
Well, yeah. But we could talk about that for hours because it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
But other horror news, you watched something this week.
I did. Oh my goodness. I watched for the first time Poltergeist from 1982. And my oh my, was I not at all prepared for what that movie was going to be.
Yeah, it's so good.
I thought it was a very the way I thought it was going to be was kind of like The Conjuring 2, but more serious and more mellow. And it was just not that at all. And it explains why when I looked it up too, it said horror/fantasy. And I get that now because it's very loud. It's big. Like the paranormal activity in Poltergeist is just so insane.
Yes.
And I think it's cool too because it's a very silly, goofy, funny movie. And they embrace that side of it. They do a lot. There's a lot of jokes, subtle little moments that are really funny, and I was just surprised by how much I liked it. It was really good.
I know. I'm so sorry to this movie's reputation, but I feel like a lot of people go into it. I think I went into it. It's one of those horror movies that I watched a bit later in life as well because I thought it was going to be boring.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be really chill.
Yeah, I thought it was just gonna be one of those movies where it's if you haven't seen Poltergeist, if you're into horror, you have to watch Poltergeist. It's okay, fine, and then it's kind of boring, and it's but I watched it. But actually, no, it's a great movie.
Yeah, it's really fun. I'm very very happy I finally watched that one.
Yay! I'm happy you liked it.
Yes.
Okay, so Undertone.
Woo! That's a big one. We've been talking about this for a minute. As soon as we found out about it, we were like, well, it has to be done here.
I know, because if you don't know, the whole shtick with Undertone is it's a horror movie involving a podcast.
What?
So we're getting meta today.
Mm-hmm.
So Undertone is a 2025 Canadian supernatural horror movie. 2025 because it was a festival film, obviously, but then released theatrically this year. It is, I actually almost forgot about this. This is actually exciting.
Ooh.
It's Ian Toussaint's directorial debut.
Oh, I know what else he's directing.
And he's also slated to write and direct, tell me?
Paranormal Activity.
Yes, the next installment, number 8.
I don't know what it's going to be called or what it's going to be like, but as long as it's not like Next of Kin, I will be there.
I don't think I ever watched Next of. I wonder how many. That's another thing. It's like Conjuring universe for me. I've seen the first one, and then I've seen like random bits of other ones, I think, maybe. I don't know. And then I think it's the same with Paranormal Activity. I was like seeded for the first one.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was real. I think we've talked about this.
We have. But like, you're a found footage girly, so you gotta work your way through some of them at some point.
I should. Maybe I'll watch them all before 8 comes out, and maybe I'll see 8 in theaters or something. I might do that.
I mean, that has a bad reputation, but I love Paranormal Activity, so.
Yeah. So I will say, having watched Undertone and like seeing what he does as like a director here, I am excited for his Paranormal Activity.
Ooh. Okay.
It's funny because I didn't find out that he was gonna be doing Paranormal Activity 8. I didn't do like my research on the movie until after I watched it.
Right. Yep.
But when I was watching it, I was like, oh, this is like low-key Paranormal Activity vibes. Like some things are done. And so then when I saw this, I was like, perfect.
You're like, yes, this makes sense. Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
I'm so curious I wonder how he got here. Like, how are you doing your directorial debut and then you're doing Paranormal Activity 8?
You're just jumping right in.
Amazing.
That's so crazy.
This movie stars Nina Kiri, best known for Handmaid's Tale, and she's actually only one of the 2 people that are shown on screen in the movie.
Whoa. Okay, so I don't need to write down character list ? Maybe?
Not to an extent, but no, not really. It's not going to be crazy, but you're more hearing characters rather than seeing them.
Okay. Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. And I think she did really well because it's so great. She is the movie. Like, it feels like almost a one-woman show kind of movie, and she does really well. So with a $500,000 budget, Undertone pulled in $18 million at the box office.
Wow.
Which I knew it did well, but I was like, oh, damn, it did really well.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't even, it was in the theater. I don't think it was a massive stint in the theater.
No, it wasn't, because I wanted to see it in the theaters.
Yeah.
And then it was literally only in my local theater for like 2 weeks, and I didn't have the time to go and see it in those 2 weeks, and then it was gone, and I was like, dang it.
That's so weird.
I know. You'd think it would get an extension given how well it was doing.
Right, yeah. Huh.
The movie was particularly praised for its sound design, which I found to be good, but honestly, it's not the standout for me. Like, I went in expecting like amazing sound design, and it's really good sound design, but like it wasn't anything. I thought it was going to veer into like experimental, and it was pretty standard.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, that people might have just been willing to put that label on it because it's like podcast. I assume it has a lot to do with like listening in on like,
it does,
you know what I mean? Interesting.
It's more of like, I don't know how to explain it. I already just want you to watch the movie yourself.
Already.
Like, forget
it. There.
The episode's over. Just go watch it. But yeah, I wonder though if this would have been a better experience in theaters. Mm-hmm. Like, maybe the sound didn't stand out to me as much because it was just like on my TV in my bedroom, you know, instead of in theaters.
Headphones too, maybe.
Yeah, because I didn't watch it with headphones. And I know some people like at home, they're like, I put my headphones in for this, and I did not. So maybe that's a mistake on my part.
Okay, noted.
But still, overall, I really enjoyed it. Feels like a pretty standard classic tale. But as you know, the whole thing is the majority of the movie does take place during the recording of a podcast episode between 2 characters, which is why we have an obligation to cover it here today.
I'm so excited.
You're going to love this. We open on a little scene of our main girl, Evie, taking care of her sick mother, who seems to be in an at-home hospice situation. Mm. She's non-responsive, remaining in bed in her bedroom 24/7, and Evie's singing her a little nursery rhyme, Ba Ba Black Sheep. Mm. Yes. Before we cut to the title card, Undertone.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
Very simple. Interesting.
Now it's getting to be pretty late at night. Evie seems to be off mom duty for now, getting her all set and ready for bed for the night. And then she locks up the house, turns off the TV in her living room, and goes and sits down at a table that she has her podcast gear set up as. This is her mom's house. So like it's very much like a quick little messy setup at the kitchen table vibe.
Gotcha.
They're about almost 2 years into co-hosting a successful spooky podcast. It's her, Evie, and it's her friend Justin.
Okay.
And they record remotely. So she gives Justin a call.
I can't, it's just making me laugh.
I know, us recording a podcast remotely right now.
Yeah, our spooky podcast. That's so funny.
Yeah. She gives Justin a call because it's time to record another episode. But of course, when Justin answers, they don't immediately jump into starting the recording. We can tell that they're real friends with good energy and they got to chat first.
What? That's so silly. Couldn't they be productive with their time and
for real, try to be professional. Come on.
For an hour and
45
minutes. That's so funny.
He asks her at one point how her mom is doing, and she says the same, hasn't eaten in 2 days. So it's not going well.
Not good.
She trails off, not needing to say anything else before Justin tells her that he's sorry, asks how she's doing, and she gets a bit dark but honest, and she goes, at this point, I just want it to be over. Oof. Is that bad to say? I want to get out of this house too, to be honest. Justin doesn't judge her. He understands, and he asks about Darren, who we assume to be Evie's shitty boyfriend. And they bicker a little bit. Justin's telling her that Darren should be helping her out. It's insane he doesn't even just drop off some food every once in a while or something.
Damn. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and he tells Evie that she should give him Darren's number so that he can start getting on his ass about this for her.
Yeah.
But she just shakes her head and is like, yeah, he won't answer. As if half the time he doesn't even answer her.
Right. Yikes. Oh, that's so nice.
She's having a great time taking care of your dying mother, shitty boyfriend, trying to keep up the podcast and be productive and working. It's there's a lot going on for our girl Evie.
Yes.
Then she deflects by asking Justin how he and Deb are doing, his presumed girlfriend, and apparently they're going to be adopting a cat soon.
Oh, love that for them.
That's great for them, yep. And then Evie and Justin get on each other about how they need to visit each other soon because it's been 5 years now since they've gotten together IRL.
Damn.
Yeah. And he's in London, and I believe she's somewhere in Canada. So it's big difference there, but Justin ends up suggesting that maybe he could manage to get some time off and come visit soon for a week. And she's like, oh, no, you don't need to do that right now. She doesn't want to accept help specifically when it comes to his insinuated offer to help her with her mom.
Yeah.
She's like, don't come for that. It's okay.
Sure, yeah.
And when he says that he can skip recording this week at the very least, if she can't handle it right now, she's like, nope. Definitely not. This podcast is the only thing keeping me sane right now. Please, let's just get this done. And he's like, oh, really? Because I'm the exact opposite. Because some of these stories are freaking crazy. Oh. They really get to him. They talk spooky spooks.
I love it.
So she's like, yeah, the stories are crazy if they're true, you know. So they the setup of their podcast seems to be them exploring spooky, paranormal, unexplained mysteries. Ooh. And she is very much the skeptic, whereas he believes everything and is terrified.
Oh, okay. Love that.
Yeah.
Yep. I love when you put a believer and a skeptic together.
I know.
I think it's so fun. that's one of the few ghost hunting shows I actually liked on YouTube was Ryan and Shane they were from BuzzFeed.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. I loved them. That was they had such good energy, specifically with their paranormal series.
Exactly, because Shane was like, "Nah, none of this is real," and Ryan's terrified, and it's just that works so
so
well.
Funny. Yeah, Justin does call Evie out though here, and is like, "Sometimes you believe the stories. I can tell." That one girl who kept playing with a Ouija board by herself, and Evie's like, "Well, yeah, because that was literally true. You saw the news clip, but she didn't end up in that water tank because she was possessed. She was just severely depressed." So she's like, people aren't possessed. People are just have bad mental health. You know, it can be connected to any psychological anything.
Sure.
Now it's time to start recording, and Evie asks Justin what he's got for today's episode. But he's like, I want to wait to tell you for when we start recording. I'm really excited. It'll be best for you to go in blind. That's so funny.
It's so real. Like, when we're like, no, wait till we hit record, and then I'll tell you. And then I'll tell you.
Because obviously we have to chat, and then sometimes in our chat it'll be like, and then oh wait, not this. Just you have to wait.
Yep.
Just wait, and then we'll get to it.
Yes. So funny.
They start recording. They do their little quirky intro, and then Justin recaps what happened last time. So he goes, last episode, we talked about the mysterious I Feel Wonderful blog video that allegedly caused 92 of its viewers to kill themselves.
Oh.
But not before slicing off their ears and mailing them to the blog site's headquarters in Palo Alto.
Is this a true story?
I don't know, but no, I don't think so.
Okay.
But I think that it's based, like, the things that they talk about are, like, always based off of something else.
Okay. Because, like, I've heard of that phenomenon. Like, even Criminal Minds does an episode like that where, like, people watch something and then they all, you know?
Crazy.
Okay, no, like, we can't be talking about that. Like, I know. I'm like, wait, that's interesting. Like, I want to hear more about that. You know
like,
what I mean?
Yeah, I want to listen. Where's this podcast at? Like, let me listen.
Exactly.
No, I know. It also reminds me of, like, the You're Gonna Die in 7 Days. The Ring? Is that The Ring?
Yeah. Oh,
kind of those vibes, too.
Yep, I see it.
And as he's recapping, Evie is pulling up the video for herself again. And the thumbnail of this video that she pulls up is so silly to me. It's basically just like a completely red light washed room. And then there's a close-up of a woman's face in this room with like a little devious smile.
Oh.
And that's it.
Oh, okay.
She hits play on the video, causing its like ambient music to kick in. And Justin can hear it too when she hits play, and he's immediately like, no, stop, don't play it, Evie, don't do it, like because he's the believer,
right?
And on the video, that like woman's smile grows wider and wider as it plays.
Ew.
And Evie's like, Justin, it's fine, this video has been debunked. And again, he asks her to stop, so she rolls her eyes and is like, okay, fine. And she stops it, and he continues, as I was saying, after the last episode, I was checking our podcast emails, and we got a weird one from an address I didn't recognize. Their email was just a bunch of random letters. Their subject line was LOL in all caps.
Oh.
And get this, 10 audio files were attached.
Oh,
I know.
Spooky.
Evie asks what the message of the email said, and he tells her, like, it was just like these descending letters and an upside down smiley face. So, like, literally the upside down smiley face emoji.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. So she asks him to send the email over to her. He does, and he left out the part for some reason where the subject line is not just LOL in all caps. It's LOL in all caps followed by beware of listening to all.
Okay.
So you might want to say that. They never say that. Like, you just got to be watching and see the subject line for yourself to see that.
Interesting. Yeah, no, that's
kind of important.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the message portion, there are descending letters, 2 pair each, that just read at on mn ta. And then there's a double space before it says tenant, with an upside down smiley face emoji, the emoji again. So Evie puts all the letters together and it reads as atonement at tenant. So what does that mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, neither of them know.
Okay,
and
good.
She's like, okay, this has so clearly been sent by a kid based on how this is looking, and these audio attachments are probably going to give us a virus. Like, this is stupid.
Yeah, fair. Would I be clicking? It's possible.
Interesting.
Listen. Oh, I have a lot of things. Okay, no, just keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah. Justin's like, yeah, that's what I immediately thought too. Got to be a virus, but I decided to just say screw it and click the first file. And what he heard was a phone recording from a young couple. And he said he listened very briefly, but then decided to immediately save it for the podcast so they can do live reactions together.
Ooh, oh my God, yes.
I know. So before listening to it together, he says that from what he's gathered, the girlfriend's name is Jessa, and literally that's it. So now let's listen to the first file.
Yeah.
Imagine I start playing it for you.
I'd be so scared. All of a sudden I hear like staticky sound. Like, what the fuck?
It starts with the rustling of the bed sheets, and then Jessa's boyfriend's voice comes through and he explains, like, to the recording itself. He's saying, so Jessa has been talking in her sleep pretty much every night, but she doesn't believe me, so I'm going to record her.
Okay.
And Jessa's very awake voice comes through and she's like, I'm not talking in my sleep. And her boyfriend answers, you are talking right now when you should be going to sleep. So Jessa says she can't sleep when he's recording her, and she tells him to stop, and he doesn't stop despite telling her that he did, and she forces him to show her. But then she sees that like he's still recording, so she's lightheartedly like, oh, you're such a liar, like stop, you know.
Stop.
Immediately paranormal activity energy.
Yeah. Oh wait, you're so right. Yep.
Yeah. So the boyfriend obviously does keep the recording on as they both settle into bed in the end anyway. And this is a really long recording because he just lets it play all night long.
Oh, yeah.
So Justin pipes up and is like, I see that there's a bump of sound about 4 hours in. Let's skip to that part.
Yep.
So they do. And they hear Jessa softly singing a nursery rhyme.
Nice.
London Bridge is falling down.
Fuck that.
Falling down. Falling down. Everybody, London Bridge is falling down. No. My fair lady. So the file then goes on for a couple more hours. That's literally it.
Wow.
No more audio bumps. So they decide to just continue on and listen to file number 2 right away.
Okay.
It starts with the boyfriend talking into the recording directly again. He goes, so Jessa believes me now. And then Jessa's voice comes in asking him to charge her phone, and then they exchange goodnights. So it seemed like he was about to like talk to us for longer.
Sure.
But then she kind of cut him off and it's like, okay, they're just going to sleep again.
Sure.
Again, there's an audio bump a couple hours in. So we skip to that, and Jessa's boyfriend wakes up in the middle of the night, and apparently Jessa isn't in bed with him because we can hear him like saying her name, like Jessa. He's confused.
Sure.
So he gets out of bed and starts walking around, and somewhere in the house, children's music is playing.
What is with the freaking kid stuff? That's the worst.
It's the worst. Kids and old people, they're the scariest things.
Right. That reminds me of something. Okay. Yep.
So it sounds like a little choir of children singing a nursery rhyme. But it sounds like this song is being played in reverse.
Okay,
yes.
That's great.
The boyfriend finds Jessa, asks her what she's doing, and tells her to come back to bed. And then the music becomes distorted as it comes to a sudden stop. And then that's the end of the recording.
Ew. Don't like.
So, like, what was that? Like,
what was that? And where was
what
Jessa?
Was that?
Like,
yeah, he finds her. That's the thing. It's like we can only hear these things. So it's like, where did he find her? What exactly was she doing? We don't know. We just can hear that there's music playing, and he does find her, and that's it.
Oh, okay, girly.
Yeah. So Evie's like, okay, she's sleepwalking now too. And Justin is more interested in like the creepy ass music that she was listening to. Like, what was that? Evie says it sounded like children singing London Bridge, but in reverse. And Justin agrees, like, I thought that too. But hold on, I thought I heard something else. Let's play it back. So he points out that in reverse, he's hearing these children sing what sounds like Mike Kill All. Like when you put it in reverse, it sounds like they're saying Mike Kill All. And Evie's like, so I don't really hear that actually. And he's like, are you kidding? But she tells him it sounds like he's experiencing audio apophenia, a phenomenon where people create meaning from random sounds.
Yeah, that's the big conversation in paranormal investigation. And I totally understand why. Because
I know
you can like make something, like you can put meaning behind anything. You can force, like your brain will find.
Yes.
It's like the thing where like your brain tries to find faces in things. So like you'll see faces where they aren't. And it's like another thing people talk about in paranormal investigation when people are like, oh, see, there's a face. And it's like, no.
Sure.
That's just kind of resembles, I don't know. It's like a similar thing.
I know. The power of the brain too. Have you ever seen like those things where it'll like pop up on TikTok? Well, it happened with Laurel versus Yanny.
Oh God, why did you just
I'm so sorry, but when you stare at that, like you can force your brain, and I've seen a million different versions of it with like different words where it's like if you force your brain to think one word while looking at this or hearing this, you can make your brain hear what you want it to hear.
Oh yeah. No, that's why those things piss me off so much, because people fight about it and I'm like, I can hear both. Same with the dress. Yes. I can see both. You just gotta like kind of like alter in your brain and you can see both or hear both. And people fight about it. And I'm like, guys, it's just why can't other people do that? Like just
I don't
do
know.
Both. I feel like
I wonder if there's like an actual reason. Because same, I'm like I always hear both as well.
Yeah.
But the fact that we can do that is just like it makes this less credible when it like you think you hear something. Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Justin stands by his belief that he's hearing Mike kill all in this recording. And she's like, okay, it's a super old song. Are you implying that there were hidden messages in this song when it was created? And he's like, maybe. Like, it's not like it hasn't happened before. Okay, give me the podcast episode.
I know,
please.
Like, right?
But he's like, let me look something up real quick. And he's like, yep. Right there, Eleanor of Provence, queen consort in the Middle Ages. She financed the construction of the London Bridge, and all 9 of her children died in childhood.
Ooh.
She feared that the bridge would collapse if she didn't sacrifice children to it. So she ordered the builders to bury orphaned children alive in the bridge's foundation.
That's not true.
That can't be true.
That's not true.
Should I look it up real quick? Let's find
it.
out.
Wait, I'm so intrigued by this shit right now.
I know.
Like, wait a second.
Eleanor?
It's gotta be like legend.
Okay, so I will say, like, when I first search her, this story does not just immediately come up as like conspiracy theory. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
One of the first things that does come up is the dark meaning behind London Bridge is falling down.
Oh.
So I wonder if it's just like, because this is one of those things where a lot of old nursery rhymes are like, have weird, creepy meanings behind them.
Right. Like the Pocket Full of Posies one is like really creepy.
Ashes, ashes, we all fall down is crazy.
It's insane.
Who let that happen?
I know, skipping around in circles, like, yay.
And it's so crazy because like when we, like I would play that, sing that and do the thing where you all hold hands and you skip around and then you fall, you know, didn't think for a second about what I was saying or doing.
Absolutely not. Nope.
Oh.
I don't like how wide your eyes just went right then.
There's actually some things here in this article.
Oh, dear.
I'm just going to read you a random out of context part.
Sure.
According to her, people during those times believed that the bridge would collapse if there wasn't a body buried inside it.
What the hell?
Thankfully, this disturbing suggestion has never been proven, and there's no archaeological evidence that suggests it's true.
It's not
true.
So,
but it is a real legend, which is still cool.
Oh, see, I hate that I do enjoy that shit.
I know.
Like, it's so weird, but it's like...
I know. The morbid curiosity, it gets us.
It does. Yikes.
So, of course, Evie doesn't believe that this story is accurate and tells him that any old children's song can be interpreted in messed up ways.
Right.
She's like, okay, like Rockabye Baby on the treetop. The baby literally falls to its death in that song. That one. Hello. Then she goes, do me a favor and search up Ba Ba Black Sheep. This is the song that her mom used to sing to her all the time as a kid. Of course, Justin finds something and he tells her, okay, yeah, people have heard a hidden message here too. So he downloads the song and plays it in reverse for them to listen to first before reading further on about what other people have heard so they can like get a fresh listen before being influenced.
Sure. Not me trying to do it right now. Club. Fish.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
And of course, at the end, Justin's like, okay, you heard this one, right? Like, you didn't hear this either. Come on. And Evie's still sitting there like, actually, no. Like, what are you hearing? What now? I do fear I'm with Evie on this one.
Really?
Because I was actively trying to hear something.
Yeah.
A creepy message. And it just sounded like gibberish to me. But Justin fills us in on the article that he found. He says, apparently, it's about a sheep farmer whose sheep all turned out black, but black wool was useless at the time because it couldn't be dyed other colors. So this farmer had nothing to sell come winter, and he and his family starved to death until the villagers found his sheep eating their bodies. Yeah.
Oh, that's...
I know.
That's nice.
We can't have one nice thing.
Yeah, why are we what is it's like all the like Disney stories. We kind of talked about that a couple weeks ago, but they're all dark. Everything's just dark and depressing.
It really is. You know what? I had a staple childhood nursery rhyme, and I don't think it can be twisted anything.
Which one?
Like into darkness. So my mom always sang to me, "You are my sunshine, only sunshine. You make me happy."
And this is when we can tell that we're not singing.
I know.
Properly.
I was trying to sing together.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess it ends on "Please don't take my sunshine away," which is like a little sad. But
true.
Okay, dang it.
Damn.
I tried.
My mind is just, this is sad. This is sad.
I know. So Evie's like, all right, so basically what you're telling me right now is all children's songs are about children dying and fucked up things happening to kids.
Yep.
And Justin says that it's not really that for him. It's more about like kids suffering for the things that adults do. I'm like, okay, well, that's even darker.
Yeah, what? Like, yeah. You trying to make, not me like, I'm looking at Baba Black Sheep on the side, like the lyrics. I'm like, is there something there? I'm so intrigued.
I knew you would be locked in for this.
You know I'm sat right now.
Yeah. So Evie questions what the point of all of this is, and Justin offers up maybe to warn kids that adults do messed up things, and it's a warning for them to beware, like cautionary tales.
Oh, I hate that though.
So anyways, now it's time to listen to the third recording.
Yeah, no, give it to me.
Mm-hmm. Jessa's boyfriend is snoring away when we hear Jessa's voice trying to wake him up. She's like, Mike, do you hear that? And there's silence and just like house creaky sounds before there's the sudden sound of like trickling water in the distance.
Ooh.
And we hear Mike like wake up and go, "Did you leave the water on?" And then Justin immediately stops it here and is freaking out over the fact that Jessa's boyfriend's name is Mike, referencing what he heard Mike kill all.
Yup.
Now, during this recording, Evie looks to be a little unnerved. She keeps looking over her shoulder, and I think all like the creepy yet ordinary noises from the recordings are so immersive that she keeps thinking she's hearing things in her own house, you know?
Oh my God. Okay, no, that knock. You know that one knock?
Yes, from what?
I don't even know, like just the one that's super realistic, that if you listen to it sounds like it's
that's
in
not
your
from
house.
Something? I know exactly what you're talking about because you have it as like, didn't you have it as a scare alert at one point?
I used to.
Yes.
Yeah, that. And have you ever done, sorry, I'm so off today. Okay. Have you ever done the like realistic haircut video? There's it's one where you put your headphones on, you close your eyes, and it's a haircut. And you can hear like the scissors going around your head and everything. It's the like most unsettling thing. You guys should all go listen to it.
Okay.
It's really creepy. And you could hear the barber walk in and like it's really creepy.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not supposed to be, but it is.
No, it feels like it should be.
Yeah.
Because that is uncomfortable. But yeah, the movie does that a lot where it's like sounds are happening in her headphones and then it's like she like can't tell like what's happening in her headphones versus what's happening in the house that she's in. Yeah,
that's so creepy.
So, yeah, like I said, she's a little off her game. And she's like, Justin, can we take a break? And he immediately stops, asks if she's okay. And she says she's fine, but again, just needs a break. So they plan to continue recording this episode on Tuesday, I believe 2 days from now for them. That's when it next works. When they hang up, we get this shot of Evie kind of in the background at the table with her head in her hands, while at the foreground, we're seeing the staircase that leads upstairs and a light turns on upstairs that Evie like doesn't see happening.
And we don't think that should be happening, right?
Oh, no.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Her mom is like pretty much catatonic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So yeah, Evie doesn't notice this until she finally walks over to the stairs, and she definitely is confused by the light. And when she gets upstairs, we see that it's pouring out of the crack in the door that leads to her mom's bedroom.
Oh.
So she goes inside. Everything seems to be in order, but the lamp on her mom's nightstand is on. And Evie just kisses her mom goodnight again, turns it off, probably rationalizing that she must have forgotten to turn it off herself.
Right. Okay.
Cut to darkness, and we're hearing a voicemail from Evie's mom. And she says, "Hi, Evie, it's your mama. Just calling to say hi. I'm wondering if you're coming to Mass tomorrow. I haven't seen you in a while. Anyway, I'm just calling to remind you that you're mama's little girl. I'm praying for you. Okay, talk soon. So it's just like a normal, nice voicemail. And then we cut to the next morning, and Evie is throwing up in the bathroom toilet.
Oh.
Then we hear her on the phone saying, "This is Evangeline Babbage. My mom is fine. Thanks for asking. I'd actually like to make an appointment for myself. A pregnancy test. Yeah, I can come in tomorrow morning. Thank you." Yes.
Okay, this checks, I think.
Yeah. A little while later, a nurse comes over to check on her mom and tells her that by the looks of it and like whatever tests and checkups she does, her mom is likely to pass any day now. And Evie asks how she'll know it's about to happen. And the nurse tells her about like the death rattle breathing, very specific type of breathing that happens. Not all the time, but like I think it's like 25 to 50% of the time. And they, for some reason, are thinking it'll happen here. And then shockingly, after the nurse leaves, Evie gets a call from Darren. And he's like, "Hey, babe, party at my house tonight. You should come over. Yeah. You've been stuck in that house for weeks. Your mom's not going anywhere. She'll be fine." And
great timing on that, buddy.
She's like a lot baffled by this invite. Like her mom is actively dying right now. But Darren starts guilting her and goes like, "Look, I don't really know where we're at right now. So she's like, "Okay, fine. Like I'll come over."
Oh my God, no. I'd be like, "You don't know? Okay, bye."
Yeah, but like girl doesn't want to lose her boyfriend and her mom while she's possibly pregnant all at the same time. Like,
no, I get it. Oh my God.
I think she just doesn't. I think she knows. It's like you have to know this is not your man.
Right.
But she just wants to hold on a little longer.
That's valid. I just want to side note, I'm not going to like read it, but I did look up the lyrics to "You Are My Sunshine" and it's fucked up. So
like the full version?
The full version is crazy.
Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever been sung the full version.
It's like about like, don't ever love somebody else. Don't let someone else come in between us. Like, don't leave me. And if you do leave me, you'll regret it.
Okay. No, I'm going to make it my mission to find just a genuinely nice nursery rhyme. And I don't want it to be modern. Modern doesn't count. I want to find like an old-timey nice nursery rhyme.
Yep. And it's not that one.
Dang it. Okay.
But if you leave me to love another, you'll regret it all someday.
Like who wrote that? For who? And how did it get turned? Because there's no way that was written for a baby. It must have been somehow turned into a nursery rhyme over time, but no way that was originally for a child, unless it was like that kind of mom.
The funny thing is the website I'm on is babycenter.com. Oh. And it's like lullabies for babies.
It's just supposed to be nice.
And it's like, nope.
Oh, man. Okay. That's nice. At the end of the phone call, though, he tells her that he loves her, and she's like, "Okay, bye." So, I mean, like, literally, she knows it's going to be over, but she's just not ready.
Fair.
That night, as she's getting ready to leave for the party, she notices that her mom has, unfortunately, pooped in her bed. So she's got to clean it up, give her mom a quick sponge bath before leaving. And through it all, her phone is just nonstop buzzing. Like Darren's trying to call her. "Why aren't you there yet? Why aren't you here yet?" It's like, bro, let me take care of my mom. So sorry. Like that I'm 10 minutes late to your stupid party.
Get right. Jeez.
Yeah, but eventually she's all set and she's ready to go and promises her mom that she'll be back in just a couple of hours. Well, cut to the next morning. Yeah. Evie has made it home. She puts the kettle on in the kitchen, eats some cereal straight out the box before then heading upstairs to check on her mom. And she gasps at the sight of her mom lying face down on the floor in her bedroom.
Wait, that's weird.
I know. And just like paranormal horror movie or not, it's traumatizing. Like, oh my God. So she ends up like getting her tucked back into bed. Obviously, she's traumatized and apologizes sincerely for leaving her overnight.
Yeah. Does it make like sense that her mom like could have moved?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it's like shocking. Like, oh my God, I didn't know you were capable of this.
Okay. Gotcha.
But it's not like there's zero explanation either.
Yep. Okay. Gotcha.
Then she notices something on her mom's nightstand that wasn't there when she left. It's a little figurine of the Virgin Mary.
Oh,
And she just stares at it confused before then putting it back inside the nightstand drawer that she assumes it came from.
Sure.
And when she opens the nightstand drawer, she finds a box of crayons alongside a nice little drawing. And the very sloppy drawing appears to be a woman shrouded in black, killing a baby, and their blood is pouring out onto the ground.
Oh.
So she sees that, and then she's just like, whatever. She leaves the drawing in the drawer, but she does take the box of crayons downstairs with her.
Oh.
And she goes and she sits at her laptop. She's going to she wants to draw too.
Yeah. Yeah. That was what would inspire me to want to draw is that picture.
Yeah, I should take this up again.
Yeah. Oh my God.
She puts on her noise-canceling headphones and decides to give Ba Ba Black Sheep a listen in reverse again. And while she's listening, she's using one of those crayons to write out what she's hearing, like on a piece of paper as she's listening. Okay. And this time she does hear something. We first see her write down look and lick. And she keeps listening and keeps writing. And then it turns into look and lick all the blood off.
Oh, that's a lot. That's like a whole ass phrase coming from that.
Yes. So she's surprised by what she's hearing, and she really zones in on these like audio wavelengths. Like she can't believe what she's hearing, only to then get jump scared by her phone ringing in her ears. Oh, and this is so me. Like, why is it so startling every time? I actually don't know. Do you know how I can turn that off of my MacBook?
What? That getting
when
calls?
I get a phone call, like especially a FaceTime, it like blares so loud on my MacBook. It scares me. I'm like, I don't need you to be on my MacBook.
Right. Yeah. I don't know how to do that, but I've been in the same boat where I forget that like my texts and stuff come into my laptop. I'm like, holy shit. Yeah. Like it's so loud. Calm down.
Yeah. I got to figure it out because it jump scares me every time. So yeah, the phone rings. She answers. It's her doctor. The results are in from her appointment that she had that morning. And it turns out that she is 6 weeks pregnant.
Ooh.
So this is not really what she wanted to hear, and she tells him that she's going to have to take some time to think over all of her options from here.
Yeah.
And this is our first survivability check-in.
Whew! I love this. You were right.
I know. Of course.
When you said that I was going to enjoy this. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm sad. And like suddenly I want to find podcasts that talk about these exact things because like I want all the tea.
If anyone has any recs, please let me know.
Let us know on Discord.
Really like spooky, paranormal, unsolved mystery type podcasts that don't veer too much into just true crime murder vibes.
Exactly.
If you know a podcast, let me know.
Yeah. That sounds awesome.
Okay. So I really struggled putting together the worksheet for today, but it's going to be a little different. It's going to be fine.
Why, yeah.
Yeah, but weirdly, we have the most questions in this first act.
Oh boy, this is going to be very telling of things to come.
And we have 4 questions.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it.
Okay.
I know. So first off, would you refuse to move in with your dying mother to take care of her? It's a heavy one.
Holy shit.
But I fear that's why we're here. You know what I mean?
No, this
so
is
it's
true.
like I have to ask.
Damn. Would I refuse? No. I think it's very much dependent on your life situation, obviously. And I am very much in a situation right now where it's not like anything would be stopping me.
Yeah.
You know, like I can understand like people with like families. Totally different. And like I would not judge anyone for struggling with this question. Just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
For me, I probably would. So that means I'm going to score low here. Would I refuse? No. I honestly, I'm going to say like 12.
Yeah.
Because
I did.
Yeah.
Because you got to leave, like, who knows? But
right.
I mean, I did go 0. Because my mom is like just one of my best friends, and I would simply break up with someone if they didn't support my decision to go take care of, like, no matter what. Like, I'm gonna be there.
Right.
So yeah, 0, not a good start for us.
No, not a good start at all.
Would you Okay. Would you refuse to co-host a spooky podcast?
Yes, actually. I hate being here. I wish I was never here. No. No, it's funny because I'm sure we've said this before, but this podcast was Cassie's brainchild.
Right.
And she came to me with the idea. And I remember like you told me about it and I was like, oh yeah. And you were surprised that I was so quick to be like, yes. You know what I mean? Because I was like, that sounds like so much fun. I'm going to say 1%.
I went 0 again because like we're doing it.
We're literally doing it. I'm giving myself a 1 because it wasn't my brainchild.
Sure. So maybe if it wasn't for me, you might not be doing. Sure, that makes sense.
Oh, man. Oh, fuck, we're dead.
I know. Okay. Would you ignore this mysterious email that was sent to your podcast?
Okay. So this is where I've said like there's so many things on my brain right now and I'll keep it as short as I can. I'm a curious bitch and I want to know.
Yes.
Give me the information. I need to know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm also one of those people who like, even though I don't really believe in paranormal stuff, like I won't touch a Ouija board. And like when there's stuff online where it's like, if you watch this video, something bad's going to happen. Like I won't watch that stuff.
Wait, I just immediately need to pause. I had my first mental breakdown when I was like 10 years old, 9 years old. Because do you remember those old email chains where it's like, if you don't send this to 50 people, this is going to happen? And one time I got one that was like, if you don't send this email to 50 people that you know, Mickey Mouse is going to show up in your bedroom tonight at midnight and cut your wrists and you're going to die. I was 9 years old. And I was so scared because I didn't know 50 people.
Right. Yeah.
So I was like, I literally can't send this to 50 people. I was crying in my grandma's arms, explaining to her that I was going to die that night.
Mickey was going to show up.
Yes. And she was like, no, you're not. And I was like, I am. Look.
Read it.
And then I remember staying up that night. And this is another throwback. Do you remember? You were a Disney Channel girl. I know you were like Nickelodeon too, but Disney Channel, like they were High School Musical and Cheetah Girls and Camp Rock. They had these special showings of them where like fun fact bubbles would pop up on the screen during the showing. And it was doing that for Cheetah Girls 3.
Nice.
And I remember staying up until midnight watching the bubbles pop up on Cheetah Girls 3, waiting for my destiny. And then I survived and I was like, oh, cool. And then I went to sleep.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What was the purpose of those chains?
Those were so evil.
Oh my God.
So I'm so sorry. Would you ignore this mysterious email?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know they said they were concerned it like could be a virus, but if I think something could be a virus, I just open it on my Mac because like Macs are way more resistant to viruses than a PC. I'm going to have to go low on this because I think I would be intrigued. I'm not saying it'd be smart. I would open the damn files. I'm going to go 17 because there is a part of me that would be like, because I do get a lot of spammy stuff.
Exactly.
That I don't open. But if it was like, beware spooky audio file, I might be like, oh, let me see what you cooked up, you know?
Okay, I gave myself a 45.
Okay, this checks
because
out.
Of exactly what you said, like the whole spam of it all. It's like, if I have this like weird random letter email sender and a goofy ass title and there's links in it, like, or stuff to download, I feel like I just would not, I'd be like, okay, whatever, scroll, like it's another spam. But just in the context of like it being for the horror podcast, like if it was to our podcast email and it had that kind of subject line, I'd notice it more. I'd be a bit more curious, but I'm still kind of up there as far as like, I don't know. But I also know, you know what I also took into account here is you would be like, oh my gosh, did you see that email?
Yeah, I would.
And then I'd be like, what? And then you'd be really excited about it. And then I'd be like, okay, fine, let's see what it is.
Let's see. No, you know what? This is a problem though, because I just fully admitted on our podcast that I will open suspicious links sent to my email.
It's a joke. We're just kidding.
JK, everyone. Don't even worry about it.
Okay, so final question for Act 1.
I better be scoring high here.
Would you leave the house after the light, the Virgin Mary statue, and the creepy drawing situation? That's the only really like creepy things that have happened in the house. Would you get out now?
Would I leave the house? Probably not. I mean, the light I can explain away.
I would justify, yes.
Explain that away. Even the Virgin Mary, like, oh, maybe what mom was trying to get that out of the drawer and for whatever reason. Sure. Drawing?
It's a bigger one.
That's like, even if mom did draw that, why?
Yes.
That's creepy. But I don't think I'm going to leave the house right now.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, God. I'm so dead. Leave the house. No, I'm not. It takes a lot.
I know.
It takes a lot for me to leave. I'm going to give myself a 5.
Okay. I went 8.
Yeah. Leaving? No.
And I do fear this would be kind of like, at this point, it's one of the only times I think that we really could.
Uh-oh.
You know?
Yeah.
It gets to a point where it's like, you're stuck. And
okay.
Yeah. So that makes my Act 1 score a 13%.
Okay. Mine is a 9.
Yeah. It's fine.
That's good.
We're on a great path here.
No, we're going to survive so good right now.
Yeah.
Wow. It's crazy how low the first act is when like nothing's happened.
I know.
But sometimes that's the case because sometimes all the setup is in the first act and then you're like, oh no.
And then if you don't get out now, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So that day, while she's doing dishes in the kitchen, she turns off the faucet, but then she hears water running somewhere in the house still.
Oh.
So she follows it to the upstairs bathroom and finds the faucet on. Weird. She turns it off. Then she goes and checks on her mom, of course, but she's just lying in bed and sleeping like always. Except that Virgin Mary statue is out on her bedstand again.
Oh.
So this time, Evie takes it and puts it away on a shelf in a closet. Like, I don't want to deal with you.
Yeah, okay.
She just thinks her mom keeps messing with it. Maybe it's kind of creeping her out now. She's like, I'm sorry, Mom. This is creeping me out. I'm putting it in the closet.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. And then that night, she gets a call from Darren, which she ignores and instead pours herself a mug of whiskey before sitting at her computer again and listening to an audio file that she has saved labeled Mom's Voicemail. We know the one. We heard it before. So she gets emotional listening to it. But the part where her mom says, I'm praying for you, she seems to get a little uncomfortable and like puts it on repeat over and over.
Oh.
She's like focused on this for some reason.
Yeah.
Before then spiraling down a Wikipedia rabbit hole about children's nursery rhymes. So
I was already doing that.
You are her.
I am.
She's digging into London Bridge, Ring Around the Rosie, Rockabye Baby, but her research is interrupted with a call from Justin. It's time to continue recording the podcast episode.
Right.
And before they get started, Justin, of course, checks in on her. She doesn't come across well. Girlie's stressed. So he asks if she has started drinking again. And she sets down her whiskey and she's like, no.
Nope.
Yeah. When he asks if she's planning on moving in with Darren after her mom passes, she says that she's thinking about getting her own place, actually. And Justin seems really happy about that because we know we hate Darren.
Yep.
But he's also like, what about your mom's house? Like, what is going to happen with your mom? And she just gets overwhelmed and is like, okay, let's just get started.
I can't talk about this right now. Thank you very much.
Yes. So Justin recaps that they left off with the audio recording where they heard what sounded like a sink filling up with water at the end, which I didn't pick up on it. Like it sounded like water droplets, water or something.
Sure.
But he's like, now he says a sink filling up with water. I'm like, oh shoot. Okay.
Oh, wait, that's so weird. I love it.
Weird, yeah. Now it's time to listen to file number 4 out of 10.
Okay.
I hit play, a voice immediately comes through, one that we haven't heard before. And the subtitles describe it as a creepy child voice.
Oh, good.
And they say, listen, do you hear something?
Don't stop.
Don't you love when I pull out a voice for you?
No, I don't. No.
And Mike's voice comes through and he asks, what are you doing? Like, he's tired. He thinks Jessa's talking in her sleep again. Like, what? And then we hear a mechanical whirl is the only way I can describe it.
Sure, yep.
And then the creepy voice continues. I like it in here in the dark.
Oh, that's good for you.
Mike is annoyed and he goes, put that back in the baby room. Now Jessa's voice comes through asking, why? And then another mechanical whirl happens and the creepy kid voice says, I know something you don't. And Mike's voice is playful now. He's like, ooh, I don't know how you can sleep with that thing. Like, ugh. And Jessa laughs and it sounds like she's getting back into bed. And then she answers, it's a baby sleep time doll. We all had one growing up.
Oh.
So it's the doll, like little catchphrases, which are crazy.
Yeah, why are those the doll's catchphrases?
I would like to know this.
I like it in here in the dark.
I like it in the dark. Like, what?
Okay.
Maybe it's like trying to teach kids not to be afraid of the dark. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a choice. Also, tell me why I was picturing these like voice memos in a motel room. I don't know why.
Oh, interesting.
And now I just realized that that's not at all.
Yeah, no, they're just at home.
That's so weird. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, Mike tells her to put the doll back, but Jessa refuses. So Mike's like, all right, if you're keeping her in here, I'm throwing her out when you're not looking. And they both get into bed, and then we hear the mechanical whirl again, which we now realize is the doll's string being pulled.
Oh, okay.
And the doll speaks again. Is everyone else asleep? And Mike laughs, thinking that it's Jessa.
Yeah.
I think like being funny and is like, okay, let's go to sleep. I don't know. It's just odd. It's just
it is odd. Okay.
So Evie cuts in because she has found a video of this doll type online. Like as soon as they dropped the doll, like no sleep doll, whatever. I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, let me search this doll up. And it looks as freaky as you could imagine. It's like uncanny, old-fashioned porcelain doll.
Yep.
And in this video, when the person pulls the string, the doll says, I like it here in the dark. So apparently it really just does say that.
Sure.
So they joke about how a child has to be seriously demented to want this doll. That would have been me, I fear. Actually.
Cassie's like, oh, give me the darkness doll.
Yes.
Yeah.
I literally have memories, like those freaking scary stories to tell in the dark books. Bro, I was 8 years old with a flashlight in the corner of my room. Why was I sitting on the floor in the corner? Just for the vibes, I guess. I could have just been in bed with the lights on.
That
I don't
ambiance.
know. Yeah. So they discuss how, as far as they know, Mike and Jessa don't have a baby. So this must mean that she's pregnant and they're expecting to have one soon. Because he's like, put that in the baby room. And
yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah. So then they continue listening and we hear Jessa putting the doll away in a zipped up baggie where she claims it can stay nice and new. And then she settles into bed. Weird. But as they are trying to fall asleep, they hear like a pretty dramatic, repetitive banging coming from somewhere in the house.
Ew.
And then the file just stops there.
Oh.
Yeah. Evie's like, okay, we solved the mystery, the banging, the water running, faulty plumbing.
Oh.
Obviously.
No.
That's not what you're thinking?
I'm just mad about this doll, though. Like, why does it exist?
I know.
It shouldn't be like that. I don't know. This is so weird. And also, I feel like I am going to watch this movie. Probably wait till it's not $25 or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think even just this is going to give me nightmares.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't
Exciting.
know, just like, I know a lot of people hate it, but like simple stuff like you heard a bump in the night. That's the stuff that gets me.
Yeah. Speaking of nightmares, sorry, both of us are just really everywhere, all over the place today.
We're really yappy today.
So this is a weird one. But speaking of nightmares, I just remembered I had a crazy nightmare last night.
Ooh.
Would you like to hear it?
I would love to.
I was in space. And I was with a bunch of people in space, and we were on this spacecraft that had its own little atmosphere where you get drawn into it and stay on it because it has its own mini atmosphere.
Okay.
But we are also open to space. So if you get pushed out of the atmosphere, which is like literally 15 feet away, you're going to float into space.
Oh, that's scary.
And I got pushed by this some woman. She pushes me into space and I'm like floating around trying to get back into the atmosphere. Like I'm stuck.
Ooh.
Eventually I get back But a lot of my nightmare was just that, like me thinking I was stuck in space trying to get back.
Oh, that
I know.
The physical sensation of that alone.
Yes.
Ugh.
It was very heavy, like very visceral physical sensation dream. And then I get back onto like this thing that we're on. I don't know how to begin to describe what this thing in space we're on. But we're like, okay, time to go back to Earth. We fly back to Earth and they're like, yeah, so don't worry, guys, but we're landing in tornadoes.
Don't worry about it.
So we literally fly back down to Earth and we get caught in a tornado and we're just whooshing around a tornado, like getting flown up. It was so bad. This is my mental state right now, everyone.
Actually, the tornado is very fitting, not just because of the fact that you were in tornado zone recently, but I feel like your mental state is a tornado.
Yeah, my brain very much.
Is. That's crazy.
So that's fun. But yeah, you're not a fan of like mysterious banging. It gets you.
It does get me. Like anything paranormal sounding, you know how it is. It's just, that's my shit and it scares me.
Yeah. So of course Evie was like faulty plumbing and Justin stops her right there and is like, no, before the banging though, did you hear something? It was pretty faint.
Oh, I want to hear.
And then he plays it back louder and we can hear a faint but distinct whisper. And you can't tell what it's saying. It's just almost like a hiss. And she admits to hearing it, but neither of them can tell either what it's saying. So they just move on to the next clip.
Right.
And in the next clip, it starts off with the banging again.
Yep.
And then we hear Jessa mumbling the phrase, Uzabanimuk. And
wait, Uzabanimuk.
Uzabanimuk.
Kumbaya. No. I was trying to see what. No, that's all I got. Kumbaya.
Kumbaya. That's the kind of demon I want to hang out with.
Yeah, right? Kumbaya backwards.
Oh god, that's so funny. Yeah, so she keeps repeating it over and over and gets louder. So it's like this. Uzabani nuk, uzabani muk, uzabani muk, uzabani muk, uzabani muk, uzabani muk, uzabani muk.
Stop doing that. Also, I'm gonna write down Uzi.
I would love to see how you're spelling this.
Okay. It's kumbaya. It's kumbaya. Kumana yazuk.
Pretty much, yeah.
I just wanted it to be something backwards.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Kumana bizu.
You're very close.
Something wanna be you? Kumazu.
No. Oh my god, I can't believe you just said that. That's so close.
Bizu. I wonder if it's like the devil thing. All right, no, you keep going.
Okay, you're gonna die when you see how close you were.
Yeah.
So repeats that over, louder. Mike's freaked out, asking her what's wrong, and she just keeps going until she stops mid-word, and then she's like, "Why are you looking at me like that?"
Ew.
Like she doesn't realize what she was doing.
Yeah.
And that's where this one ends. Oh. So Evie again is like, I'm feeling loopy. Can we stop here? Like these are really scaring her. And Justin's like, yeah, I have to go to work anyway. These two are like not good planners, by the way.
Yeah, what are we doing? Like, can you imagine if all the time in the middle I was like, ugh, can we just do this tomorrow?
Yeah, literally. And they post every Friday. It's like, how are you doing this?
That is not how this works.
Yeah. But yes, they agree to it's so crazy too. They've literally been recording for 20 minutes and he's like, oh yeah, I got to go to work anyways. Okay. Like, hello.
Bruh.
Once again, they wrap up, plan to record another day, and Evie makes it to the bottom of the stairs to head upstairs for the night, and the light up there again is on, but this time it's flickering.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cute.
So she heads upstairs and finds that it's in her mom's bedroom lamp again, and it's gone haywire. So, like, what do you do here? What are you thinking is happening here? How scared are we? What's the plan?
With everything combined?
Right. Up until this moment, and now this lamp is flickering.
Because, like, the electrical stuff doesn't bother me.
Right. If it's like a standalone situation, I'm not going to be freaked out by a flickering light.
Exactly.
No.
But all of this stuff added up, I'm still trying to rationally explain it, but I'm struggling at this point. Probably feeling like I'm going crazy. because I say it all the time, want to believe in paranormal, don't really. So I'm like gonna do everything I can to explain it away.
Yeah.
I'm freaked out, and that's really it. Like I don't think there's an actionable plan, given like it sounds like she's very alone except for like a toxic boyfriend who probably is going to make fun of you if you tell him
definitely
what's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, well, yeah, Evie just turns off the lamp, says goodnight to mom, and goes to bed.
Oh, she's not at all freaked out by this.
No, I mean, she's like, weird. Taking note.
Interesting. Okay, no, like I'm definitely like probably sleeping with the lights on. You know what I mean? Like I'm at that point where I'm like, freaked out enough.
Or I would even want. Oh my god, I just scared myself. I was thinking about something.
You did the thing again.
I'm sorry.
Dude, oh my God.
I was thinking of something in my situation. Like I was thinking of what I would do. And then as I was thinking about what I would do, like my thoughts combated me and was like, well, then what if this happens? And then I got scared. So I was going to say, I would probably want to sleep downstairs, like just to have some distance because I'm a little freaked out.
Sure.
Closer to the exit.
Yup.
Mom's upstairs. If anything happens weird, I'll hear it and have time to react. But then I'm like, what if she just like comes down the stairs and like and like I wake up and she's just standing at the end of the staircase and like it's not going to help me being down here.
I'm going to throw a pillow across the room and hope it hits her. Just like, sorry, Mom, this is not right.
Oh man, yeah. So the next day when she's doing her usual take care of mom tasks, the lights are normal. Her mom's safe in bed. The Virgin Mary figurine is still in the closet.
Good.
However, she does notice a Virgin Mary painting on the wall is slightly crooked. So she fixes it. And then it like still feels crooked. So she fixes it. And then she just keeps fixing it until it feels right. And then for some reason, she gets weirdly transfixed by like this little angel in the painting. And it unsettles her.
Oh.
I am not sure why. I don't know what this moment is about. We just cut away.
Weird.
Now it's nighttime again. She's going to listen back on one of the files that she and Justin listened to where Jessa is saying that weird phrase that they don't understand.
Oh, she can do it by herself. Okay.
By herself. She decides to take it and play it backwards. And backwards,
what is it?
It sounds like she's saying, come in, Abizu.
Oh, come on, Abizu.
Yeah, so you're like, come on, Abizu, but it's like, come in.
Come in,
Abizu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she starts mouthing it to herself, trying to understand like what's going on here. And that's when we get a POV shot of like some sort of presence coming down the staircase. As it like flies down the stairs, we then also focus on the clock on the wall that shows that it's 3 a.m.
Well,
so just, of course, but just her mouthing come in, Abizu seems to have
it let it in.
Yeah, it seems to have triggered something.
Oh no.
Back downstairs, the lights in the living room start flickering, and Evie notices immediately it's the next room over, so she walks over and just looks around at all the lamps, but then she sees the silhouette of her mom standing at the bottom of the stairs, and her mom is like, her breathing is getting louder and louder, like she's like having trouble breathing. But then Evie wakes up. Yeah, don't worry.
I was ready to throw my pillow across the room. Like,
yeah. This is our chance.
You got it. Oh.
No, she fell asleep at her computer. So
I would not fall asleep while listening to those audio files.
No, how? No. I have a problem. I can't fall asleep unless I'm laying down.
Okay.
So
that's kind of
I'm
fair.
safe.
Good.
But no, the spirit part I think was real, but the mom in the living room part was not.
Okay. Got you.
Now cut to her and Justin recording another segment again. He's saying that he can hear come in Abizu in reverse, and Evie's just like, I don't know if I hear it. As if she wasn't just like
literally
obsessing over it.
Girl.
He's like, okay, well, I do. And he continues, and I looked up Abizu, and it's the name of a demon from Middle Eastern and European folklore known as the taker of children. She even appears in Christian text from the 1st century AD in the Testament of Solomon. Abizu suffered from infertility, making her envious of women who could bear children.
Right.
Oh, I forgot. This is like a really big monologue, but where's that?
Okay.
She would sneak into the homes of mothers and kill their newborn babies, strangling them to death. King Solomon had her hung in the front of the Temple of Jerusalem. but her envy survived into the afterlife, twisting her into a demon who wandered the world and caused miscarriages and stillborn babies.
Oh.
The most recent thing I could find on Abuzu came from the locals of Sikajor, who believe that Abuzu entered a statue of Saint Rita of Cascia, the patron saint of cursed mothers. Locals claimed that a woman who worshipped the statue killed her husband for cheating and then killed their baby and placed the baby's skull with an inverted crucifix in the statue's hands, where they still are today, according to tourists.
Okay, so that's good. It's really convenient that she's pregnant.
Yes.
Love that detail. Also, I'm sure this is like true legend, just based on the way it's described. Like a real legend, I should say.
Yes.
I don't like that I said it out loud.
I thought that too. I actually thought that. I was like, I'm going to have to say this on the podcast. But then I was like, it's okay because the actor said it and they're doing fine.
Oh, true. The actor. Okay.
Yeah. So then that made me feel better.
Okay. Yeah. No, like these are the things that do get me though, where I'm like, I don't really believe in it, but at the same time, I don't want to
take a chance.
You know? But I already said it, so that's fine.
Yeah. So Evie does cut him off eventually here, and she's done hearing this insane story.
It's so stupid.
I'm sure she's judging the tourists because how are there still just baby bones chilling on a statue somewhere? Like, how has that not been checked out?
Probably
yeah. They decide to move on to the next recording, which is the 6th one now. And we start by hearing Mike's voice, and he says, I just woke up and Jessa's still sleeping. But then we hear Jessa yawn awake, so Mike asks her if she had a bad dream. And she's like, what? No, I don't remember anything. And he tells her that she woke up from a nightmare. He's like, you were yelling nonsense in your sleep. I have it all recorded. And she tells him to let her hear it, and then the file just ends there. So, of course, at this point, Justin's like, yep, classic case of demonic possession. So obvious. She keeps blacking out. She's doing all this weird stuff, doesn't remember it. She's possessed. And Evie's all like, yeah, demonic possession isn't real. Which, by the way, I feel like I should say at this point that when they record, whenever they like trip up for a second or like go in and out of like actually recording versus doing little side notes to each other, they keep on saying, okay, let's get back into character. And then like continue recording. They say it literally 3 times throughout the movie. Okay, let's get back into character.
Oh.
I'm like, that's kind of weird.
That is weird. Whenever we like do side notes, we just go, okay, off the record.
Yeah.
And then like
just for editing purposes, so we know. Yeah.
But that's so strange.
So I'm saying that because I think like her being so skeptical and him being so excitable is just also kind of their agreed upon character dynamic to an extent when it comes to recording.
Right. Okay.
Yep. So I think they both naturally are those people, but they kind of hype it up for the sake of the podcast.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we can see on Evie's face that like all of this is really getting under her skin and she's pretty freaked out. But anyway, Justin cuts off the is demon possession real conversation when he notices a parallel pattern in the voice recording when Jessa is speaking. It looks like there are 2 separate voices overlapping and speaking at the same time on the waveform when Jessa speaks in the recording.
Oh, wait.
You know?
Wait, they do this with Katie in Paranormal Activity when she talks and you can hear 2 voices.
And then you can see it.
I don't even know if they like have the visual.
Yeah.
Like you can hear the demon and her talking at the same time.
Yeah, they do that sometimes throughout the movie. Honestly, I can't remember this being a moment where that you even hear it. It's only seen.
Just seeing it? Oh, cool.
Which is cool. Yeah. Okay, next file. So Mike starts it off by saying, okay, it's 9:02 p.m. Jessa enters the bedroom interrupting him and says, Mike, did you see the bags for my dolls? And he says, no. And Jessa is extremely stressed. She says, baby is out of her bag. I don't know where the bag is.
Ew, no, that's, she actually might be possessed. Baby is out of the bag. Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Even just dropping the at the beginning of the sentence.
Yeah.
Even just that is weird. It's freaky. Mike sighs and is like, she'll survive one night. He's like, why do you need this baby to be in a bag? It's going to be fine. Yeah, he thinks it's all very odd, which it is. So anyways, they both go to sleep and we skip ahead a couple hours to the bump in the audio and Mike ends up waking up to the sound of a baby crying.
Oh.
He's confused.
Yep.
Jessa's not in bed. What is that noise?
Yeah.
And then Jessa screams, blood-curdling scream from somewhere in the house.
No.
He finds her in a bathroom, and Jessa is crying and tells him, in the sink, in the sink. And he looks and tells her that there's nothing there. She keeps crying and says, there was a baby. And then the audio ends.
There was a baby.
Baby in the sink.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now, it's hard to keep coming up with explanations when it comes to Evie's role as the skeptic, but even with the sounds of the baby crying in the clip, she's like, okay, it was the neighbor's baby. And it's just like, no, it wasn't. You can tell with how close it sounded.
Sure. Yep.
It was not coming from outside. Definitely not through two walls. Like,
yeah. I mean, I'll say as the skeptic in this situation, I'm not coming up with like logical explanations for the sounds. I'm at the point now where I'm like, this is fake.
Yeah, like this is a hoax.
That is usually my go-to when it comes to these things.
It has to be, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't so easy to make these kind of hoaxes these days. Because it just makes you not be able to believe anything. And then it goes back to the like, if all this stuff is real, there's so much real stuff just out there, but people are seeing with their own eyes and you just don't believe it because you're like, well, obviously that has to be fake.
Exactly. That's why I've always said I won't believe it till I experience it.
Yeah.
With like myself. Because I believe you believe it, but yeah, I just can't trust anything, you know?
Justin literally just ignores her like, it's the neighbor's baby. And is like, all right, I promised myself I wasn't going to email this guy, but and Evie's like, you're replying to the email? And he goes, I just did.
Oh.
And she's like, okay, what did you say?
Yeah.
And he's like, I just asked, who are you? And I'm like, okay, weird. Like, I would say more than that. But that's all he sent. But it just bounced back. Mail delivery subsystem address not found. And Evie rolls her eyes and is like, yeah, deleted their account, I guess. Then he notices something, looking more closely at the email address. Before, he said that it was just random letters. But now he sees that those random letters are come in Abizu, I don't know, spelled backwards.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Evie laughs and is just like, yeah, clever. That's a good one.
This sounds like some shit I would like to create as a known fake thing, but like this I set up she's scared and I was doing this kind of shit. Like,
and you actually genuinely scared people and had to stop.
I had to stop my launch of my scary channel because people thought I was kidnapped. So I had to end that one because my bad.
So funny. Justin's really quiet for a moment here, and Evie tells him to snap out of it. They only have 3 files left, and then they're done. Like, let's just keep it moving. So they press play on the 8th file. And this one starts with a long beat of silence, some bed sheets rustling, and then a distant bang. Jessa hears the bang and wakes Mike up. He hears the bang too, so he tells her to stay in the bed while he goes to see what's going on. And as he walks through the house, we hear children's music playing again. This time it's Ba Ba Black Sheep.
Good.
Suddenly it comes to a stop with a record scratch, and then we hear a baby like cooing from somewhere. And Mike is super disoriented, can't tell where it's coming from. And then Jessa lets out a blood-curdling scream yet again.
Oh.
He runs to her, and Jessa cries to him that she saw her, and he asks who, but we don't get an answer before the recording cuts off. And obviously, Justin's like, holy shit, Evie, Ba Ba Black Sheep. And Evie does look unsettled, but says it's just a coincidence. And my reaction to this is like, literally, it could be a coincidence because that song is like super popular.
Yeah. We've already been down the road of like nursery rhymes in these recordings, right? Or, yeah, exactly.
It was just, this is the first time it's specifically Ba Ba Black Sheep.
Yeah, I wouldn't find that super weird.
Right. But then Mike is like, I don't know if that was a coincidence because that was the exact same version. Like he's saying the version of Ba Ba Black Sheep that he found for him and Evie to listen to and pick apart when they were discussing nursery rhymes in general. This is the exact same recording that he used. That is now, they are now hearing in this audio file.
Yeah.
So that part is weird because I'm sure there's a million reiterations of Ba Ba Black Sheep, but for it to be the exact one that we listened to, okay, fine, that is really weird.
That's spooky.
Then Justin decides to finally search up Kamen Abazu spelled backwards, and he finds a study, and he says, a psychologist treated 2 separate patients who were fixated on Kamen Abazu spelled backwards. One spent days texting it to random numbers before drowning her 9-month-old daughter in the kitchen sink.
Oh, okay.
The sink.
The
The other was a ceramics artist. She was admitted to the hospital after making hundreds of figurines of dead children, giving them away to young women around her neighborhood before committing suicide in the hospital.
Okay.
And she was 5 months pregnant.
You know, people got their hobbies. I'm just not here to judge, right?
I've been wanting to get into like dry clay. Maybe
that's your Virgin Mary. You go that direction.
Or a dead child. I don't know.
You know, dead child.
I won't do that.
That's fucked up. I apologize.
Evie doesn't have shit to say about this study. And Justin's just like, so I feel like we should stop listening to the files and just trash this episode.
It's got to be your best content.
Right.
Like, this is got to be, truthfully, like,
because they're both genuinely scared.
Genuinely scared and, like, live reacting to these
putting
audio
it together.
tapes. Which does remind me, someone once sent me, like, hi, I made this horror movie, and it's just a blank disc, and I've never played it. And I've always wanted to, like, do a video on it and see what it is.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't know where the disc is, but they just sent it in, like, those orange puffy envelopes, and it's just, like, a plain-ass CD or DVD.
I'm so scared for you. I would have thrown that away immediately. I would think it was cursed. I'd be scared.
Yeah, no,
I would think that I'm going to die in 7 days if I watch this tape.
The Ring. See, like, that's why I kind of want to do it. Not because I want to die in 7 days.
So that's why I don't.
Because I'm, like, kind of intrigued, like, what's on this tape.
Yeah. I don't like that I know this, because now I'm just going to be thinking about, like, what if she's doing it right now? What if she's watching it right now?
No, I've been wanting to. Like,
when was this sent to you?
This was, like, over a year ago now.
Oh my God, I can't believe you've lasted this long without needing to watch it.
Well, honestly, it's because I don't have a DVD player.
Oh.
I do have a PlayStation 4. So if I hook that baby up, I might be able to get it to work.
Oh my God, watch it on stream. I wonder if it'd be copyright. You get copyrighted for it.
No, I would watch it on stream. I don't know what's on it.
No, I wouldn't, because like, what if it's just like an asshole who sent like their dick? You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's, you know, but part of me, like, that's a literal YouTube video that I've wanted to do for a long time and just never did. Like, hey, someone sent me this tape. Let's see what's on it.
Yeah, it would be a good video. I would say you have to, but also I'm like a bit scared. Like, I genuinely would have gotten rid of that immediately and been scared.
Mm-hmm. But I gotta find it. I don't know where it went.
Wow. I can't believe I didn't know about this.
Yes. Good times.
Okay. Justin is at that point where he's like, we should stop. And Evie's like, what? Why would we trash it? We're on to something good.
Yes.
We have to keep listening. People are going to eat this shit up.
Period.
How about we just stop it here and make this episode 2 parts, publish this one on Friday, record part 2 next week for the final audio tracks?
Sounds like a plan.
Justin reluctantly agrees, and this is our second survivability check-in.
Wait, I feel like I just died by saying, like, let's fucking go, like, content baby. You know? But
well, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
well, okay.
So
okay. Well,
now we're gonna get to something now that's weird. The weird part of how I've decided to do these.
Sure.
The worksheet. Enough. So we don't have a deadly question. We have a deadly act.
Oh.
So Act 2 is gonna be weighted ×3 as a deadly act, and then Acts 1 and 3 are gonna be weighted just regular 1.
Oh, okay.
Because usually we do 1, 2, 3.
1, 2 times 3.
And then 3 times 1. Yes.
Got it. Okay, I see.
And so I have one question for you, Caitlin, for Act 2.
What is it?
Do you refuse to keep listening to these audio recordings by the 8th file?
I'm 8 files in. Why would I stop there? Like,
maybe because the subject line says beware of all listening to all the files.
Well, listen, if I commit or I don't do it at all. And that's the way that I am with everything I do. I will be in a video game that I hate, but I started it, so I will finish it. And that's just who I am. And if I'm listening to, dude, I would spend the rest of my life being like, what was on that tape?
Yeah.
What was on that audio recording? What was it?
Yeah.
Okay. I love how I just brought up the fact that someone sent me a DVD and I really want to watch it. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I'm giving myself a 1 because I'm why would I not at that point? I have no reason not to at that point. Even though it says don't listen to all the files, I wouldn't even take that as like don't listen to all of them. I would take it as once you listen to it, you're fucked. So I don't know. No, I'm listening.
So it's funny that you say 1.
There's no way you went
because I figured you would. Yeah. And I gave myself a 47.
Oh, that's low-ish.
Yeah, because I knew that I would be in this situation with you. And I knew that you would be like, we gotta keep going. Like, this is so good. We gotta do it. And I would justify and be like, okay, like, nothing actually crazy is going to happen. Like, I'm just spooking myself. She's really into it. We can keep going. Fine. So that's why I went 47. Yeah.
Listen.
I went under 50 because of your influence.
My bad.
Yeah.
No, but I stand by it. It. Nothing's going to happen.
Probably not.
I mean, something is because it's a horror movie, but like nothing is going to happen. Oh, man. I can't believe I just got 1 times 3 after a 9% act 1.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Okay.
Yeah, Evie has just wrapped up that podcast recording and she heads up to her mom's room, sitting at her bedside, talks to her, and she goes, Mama, can you hear me? Your little girl is pregnant. I wanted to name her Mary. Remember how you used to pray those Hail Marys for me every night? Only I don't think I'm fit to be a mom. It's like she's like, I want to. And I know you'd be happy, but I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'd be a good mom. Then like the ensuite bathroom light turns on right behind Evie.
Ew.
She turns at the sound because she can hear like the literal light switch flick.
Oh, the click.
When it happens. Slowly walks over, and as she's walking toward the bathroom, over her shoulder, she is staring off cam face toward us. We see over her shoulder her mom sit up straight.
No.
Her mom sits up straight in her bed and stares her down, like angry stare at her. It's so creepy. It might be my favorite. I think it's my second favorite shot of the whole movie. It's good. It's creepy.
Ooh.
We haven't gotten to my favorite.
Ew, no, that makes me nervous.
Evie doesn't even enter the bathroom when she reaches it. She just closes the door. Yeah. And then when she turns back, her mom is lying peacefully in her bed per usual.
Okay.
Yeah. That night, Evie's having some trouble sleeping, so she puts in her noise-canceling headphones and plays a guided sleep meditation in her ears.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. She closes her eyes, immerses herself, imagines all the things that the speaker is describing. We're stepping into a creek. The water is warm at our feet. Yes. It continues like this. Looking down, you see something floating up from the water's depths. A little tiny thing, bloated and pale, rising to the surface. What is it? The bobbling twirl and the stain, whirling toddlers down the spin. Tickle there, girl. Wretched wheezing, the choking children dancing penance.
Dude, can you imagine you're listening to like
oh my God.
The chill thing and then it just goes into that? That would be the scariest shit.
Wait, what if you did that? Like on a reaction? What if you just started talking like absolute, like for a Paranormal Activity?
Oh,
some ghosty film. Like your end of your outro is like, yeah, I really liked the movie Bleeding Babies, Death, Destruction.
I would do that too.
And then you just continue.
Oh my God. No, I love doing like hiding
I know
shit.
you do. Yeah.
You know I do. Oh my God, that's so good.
Anyways, it's around this point that the voice starts to become distorted and demonic. And then it continues, weeping here, bleeding horror, wobble out, cupboard the muck. I don't even know what that means, but
cupboard the muck. Okay. Yeah, you do you, man.
During this monologue, we're seeing like some wild images flash. We see Evie standing at the top of the staircase, shrouded in darkness. Evie lying on the stairs with blood on her hands. Her mother's screaming in her bed, which turns into Evie screaming in her bed, but then she gasps awake through all this audio she's hearing.
Sure.
And when she does, the meditation in her ears returns to normal, like it was normal the whole time. Maybe I was just having a bad dream. Back to the bubbling brooks and the breezy leaves, and it takes Evie a second to calm herself down, but she doesn't get to stay calm for long because suddenly she hears talking coming from somewhere in the house. So she steps out into the hall, and we hear that it's her mother, and her mom is murmuring. I don't know if I could tell because of the subtitles.
Oh, sure.
She's murmuring, "Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Amen."
I know that.
And as Evie makes her way down the hall and into her mom's room in the dark, I might add, I don't know why, I'd be turning every light on. Yeah.
Get me a torch. Like, I don't care.
Know. For real. Anyways, her mom like keeps repeating this prayer over and over, almost under her breath. And eventually Evie does turn on the lamp at her mom's bedside when she makes it right next to her. And when she does, her mom isn't talking anymore. Lying there like normal. But Evie knows she was saying something. Like, she's done justifying things in her mind.
Yeah. At this point, like, yeah.
So she asks her mom over and over, "What did you say? I know you said something. Answer me. Talk to me." And she has like this desperation in her voice, and she grabs her mom and starts shaking her, begging her to answer her. But like, then she immediately regrets getting physical, and like, yeah, she just feels bad. And she lays her head on her mom's arm and she apologizes. And from there, we cut to her immediately calling her doctor to leave a message asking if she could get a referral to a women's clinic, like deciding that she would like to get an abortion. Then she leaves her mom's room, and we get a shot of her mom's breathing, like starting to rattle before her breathing stops altogether.
Oh.
But it's time to cut to the podcast recording because for some reason they record at 3 a.m. her time. Every day. Every time.
This is so wild. Wait, 3 a.m.?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
well,
it's like 8 a.m. for him.
Yeah,
around.
I
Still,
guess.
it's like before work for him, but just the middle of the night for her. I don't know.
It's strange, but sure.
We could figure something else out.
Nah, 3 a.m. is great.
Yeah, it's time to record part 2. And while Justin's recapping for the intro, Evie is like manically drawing pictures with her crayon box. And we can't really see like what she's drawing, but it seems intense. There's a lot of red and black being used.
Well, yes.
However, her demeanor otherwise is like pretty much in character as far as being the laid back skeptic. She's just feverishly drawing at the same time while kind of just being normal.
Right.
So Justin also informs us that apparently last time he said that they would be open to receiving calls from anyone who had any information on Mike and Jessa. So we might be receiving some live calls during this one.
Ooh, okay, cool.
They click play on file 9 and Jessa's whimpering in bed and says, "I don't feel good." Mike asks what's wrong, and she answers, "I remember last night. I woke up. I couldn't move. You were, oh my God, you weren't beside me. It was someone else." That part reminds me of my dream that I had recently, my Twin Peaks dream, where it's like, and she like, I'm scared of the dream I had, and I'm not going to talk about it again here. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. "You weren't beside me. It was someone else, a shadow. And so I prayed Hail Mary, but then the shadow started praying too."
Oh,
I know. She starts laughing hysterically then. And then she says, "It was mine," like her shadow. Her laughing escalates and like gets a touch demonic before the recording comes to an end. Not because that's the literal end of the recording, but because the rest of the audio file is corrupted.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? I listened to it and I can't even get all the tea.
Right.
What is this? I want a refund.
Justin's like, "Wait, what the hell? The time on my laptop, it's showing 20 to 3, but it should be 20 to 9. And we get a shot of Evie's clock in the house, which reads 2:40 a.m. So suddenly his clock is like matching her clock.
Oh.
And she's like, glitch in the matrix? Weird. No time to think about that because they have their first live caller.
Why did I think you were going to say their first survivability check-in? Like, that's where my brain was like, oh, okay.
And they both said 0.
They both died on the spot. Okay.
They answer the call, which apparently is someone with a phone number that is the same area code as Evie's. So this caller's like, yeah, Mike and Jessa were my neighbors. They lived like just down the street from me. They died. The police found them at the bottom of the stairs with plastic bags on their heads. They had dead babies drawn all over the walls. And Jessa was 5 months pregnant.
Okay.
So bottom of the stairs, we've seen that. The baby being put in the bag. And like now...
Yep.
They were found with bags over their own heads. Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a lot.
Yeah. Evie cuts in and asks what street they lived on because this guy is also claiming that he lives like in the same town as her. But before he can answer, his phone cuts out like it's gone, no signal, and he's just gone.
Oh my God.
Then another call comes through right away. They think he's calling back, but then it's someone different.
Okay.
A woman from San Diego.
Ooh.
And she says she doesn't have info on Mike and Jessa directly, but about a crazy lady that used to rent out her basement. She continues, she would play music every night in reverse, and it sounded like kids singing backwards.
Bro, you're out. You're out. Get out of my freaking house. No.
For real.
No.
No amount of money is worth that.
Nope.
She goes, she ended up being arrested. The last I heard, she was in prison. And obviously they're like, okay, arrested for what?
Yeah, like, huh?
She says, killing her baby. We all heard this loud, hollow banging coming from the vents. And my dad went down to check, and the lady was swinging a garbage bag against the furnace.
Oh, yeah. My God.
My dad stopped her and looked inside the bag, and at the bottom of it was her baby.
Oh, my God.
And Justin's obviously traumatized by this information, but Evie seems to be a bit invigorated by it. Like her drawing becomes even more like intense and excited.
Oh no.
And she gets this like weird little smile on her mouth hearing the story.
Gross.
Once she hangs up, Evie starts laughing. And Justin is like, what are you laughing about? This is not funny.
We're not amused.
She rolls her eyes and is like, you believe that? People just love hearing the sound of their own voice. Justin's like, okay, but this email, this feels real. Mm-hmm. What if the tenant message is like referring to the 10th file or something, like a warning? And Evie's like, okay, let's listen to it. Let's find out.
Girly is not in her right mind, right? Because like as much as that might be me, it doesn't seem like it would be her in this situation.
Right.
Like, she seems like something's gone wrong with her.
Yeah, something's taking over a little here.
Yeah. Okay.
Justin tells her that he doesn't want to, and she gets snappy, and she's like, Justin, it's too late. Play it. And
this is us though, actually. It's too late. The content. Think of the content.
So Justin does give in, and he's like, okay, fine. And he clicks play. And our final file starts with Mike and Jessa in bed, per usual.
Okay, cool.
And Jessa says she's listening, and her talking wakes Mike up. And Jessa says it again. She's listening. Mike is freaked out. Jessa, you're burning up. Like something's wrong here. Mm-hmm. Jessa continues. She's listening. I need to warn her. Oh, and she keeps, I know. Yes. Yes.
Oh, shit. Okay.
She keeps repeating this when the banging kicks in again. And Jessa runs to it, and we hear rattling breath. And then Jessa says, look and lick all the blood off now. And Evie looks around her house like paranoid, possibly hearing the same noises.
Yeah.
And when the audio file comes to an end, for some reason, Evie's confused and is like, what? That's it? No, there should be more. And her head is like just whipping around, staring at every corner of her house that she can see from this chair. And Justin's confused and is like, no, that's it. I'm pressing play and it won't play now.
Oh, weird.
Cut to the clock, exactly 3 a.m. It dings, and like the little red second hand moves 1 second forward after it hits 3 a.m., but then it jumps back and we're frozen at exactly 3 a.m., you know?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Evie sees this and whispers, we should stop listening. Which
Girl!
I do
it's
think
over.
It's too late, Evie.
It's literally over.
Her headphones then jump scare her with like a static rush, and Justin is like lost for a second. She can't hear him.
Yeah.
And then Baha Black Sheep starts blasting
Baja
in her
Blast.
ears. Wait, that's for sure why I said it like that. Yeah. I'm just used to Baja Blast rolling off the tongue. Yeah, no, Black Sheep blasts in her ears in reverse, and the lights start flickering in the living room, and suddenly she can hear the voices of Mike and Jessa again, like the file's still going.
Yep. Sure.
Jessa's screaming, and when Mike finds her, she cries to him, "Something's wrong, Justin. I'm so cold." Ugh. And the sounds of a baby crying kick in again, loud, but Mike still doesn't understand where the baby crying is coming from, even though it's like right in our ears. And Justin is hearing this too now, and he's like, she said my name. And yes, she said, "Something's wrong, Justin. I'm so cold," instead of "Mike, I'm so cold."
Oh, I didn't even pick up on that.
I know. So this actually pisses Evie off because she's like, "Yeah, I heard that. So you set this up?" And he's like, "Obviously not. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? I did not." Another call comes through. It's a woman. And the woman says, "I'd like to speak with Mary." And Justin's like, "There's no Mary here. I'd like to speak with Mary." Banging sounds from somewhere in Evie's house start happening, and Justin doesn't know how to handle this caller, and she just keeps going, "I'd like to speak with Mary. I'd like to speak with Mary. I'd like to speak with Mary." And like over and over. And Evie tells Justin to just hang up, so he does, and immediately another call comes through, and it's a woman giggling on the other end, and she tells them, "You shouldn't have called out to her, to Abazu. She waits in the 10th file at the witching hour. You shouldn't have listened to all of them. What were you thinking?"
Content, okay? That's what I was thinking.
And her call starts breaking up, but before it goes dead, we hear her say, "She to lick all the blood off her fingers." That's what we hear.
Okay.
Evie looks down at her pieces of paper that she's been drawing on, and she starts putting them together, and we see it create what can only be described as a demonic figure, of course.
Cute. Yep.
Another call. I don't know why Justin's even answering at this point, but he does.
Pick that phone up.
And it's a woman who sounds scared, and she says, "I don't know what to do. I'm no good. I don't know what I'm doing. Can you help me? He won't stop crying. My poor baby." Oh. Justin asks who he's speaking to, and she says, "Abby, can you help me?"
Abby, I don't like that.
I know. And Justin's like, "Yeah, of course. We can, right, Evie? We can help." And Abby's like, "How do I stop him from crying?"
No, I'm hanging that phone up. That one, I'm not.
No, I don't have time for this.
Like, I'm not helping you stop your, like, we got shit going on over here.
Yes.
Like, you figure that out.
Justin asks Abby where she's calling from, but she ignores him, becoming like suddenly cheerful. And she's like, "Oh, I know how to make it stop."
Oh.
And we hear the rustling of a plastic bag. And then she speaks to her baby, saying, "It'll all be better soon." And Evie screams at Abby to stop. And tells her to call 911. She asks, like, when we realize that Abby's like, she's not hearing us, she's not going to call 911.
Yep.
She starts asking what her address is because they're ready to call 911 for her if she won't.
Right.
The baby keeps crying, still crying. Abby's like, "No, I have to do this. I'm no good. I'm no good." And Evie tries to convince her that she is good, but Abby stays quiet. So Evie goes, "I killed my mother." And then there's silence. And then Abby goes, "What?" Like, we have her attention.
Huh? What'd you do?
And Evie explains, "When I was young, she used to pray by my bedside every night, every single night. And when she got really sick, she asked me to pray with her every single night. And I said I couldn't because I was too busy, too tired. But it wasn't true. She stopped eating and she stopped talking. It was too late. I killed my mother." So this is just guilt.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just she didn't really, but she
had me for a second there. I was like, what?
I don't know. You've been acting a little weird, so
I know, right?
Please explain.
That's true. That's true.
We hear Abby start to cry, and Evie promises her again that she is good and she can be a mom. And Abby asks, "How do you know?" And Evie just says, "Because I believe it." And Abby's crying turns into evil laughter, and her voice becomes distorted as she says, "It's too late." The banging, the lights, and the children's music all hit Abby's house at once. And Justin's freaking out on the other end. They think that they've just heard Abby kill her baby.
Yup.
And he's scrambling to call 911. He's trying to talk Evie through all of this, but she's ignoring him completely because she's drawn to the red light that's now coming from the living room.
Oh, cute.
And on the TV, we see displayed the red smiling woman video on the screen that they talked very briefly. Yeah, the I Feel Wonderful video they discussed.
Yes.
Evie unplugs the TV, but the image of the woman stays on the screen and her mouth is wide open and her eyes are completely black.
Oh, nice.
She hears muffled laughter come from somewhere in the house, and then she still has her wireless headphones on, and suddenly Justin starts repeating into them over and over, "Get out of the house, get out of the house."
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think we're able to.
Okay.
I don't think so. At this point, we're like in this trance.
Sure.
I guess. Back on the table, all of her podcast equipment is all gone. And instead, about 50 pages have been put together to make this big drawing of the woman shrouded in black holding a dead, bleeding baby. It's
cute.
the drawing from the nightstand drawer.
Oh, yes.
That she made. But now it's like way bigger and it's whatever. It's a whole thing.
Sure.
So then she walks into the kitchen. All of the chairs are upside down, sitting on the ceiling.
Oh, yep.
The cabinets are opening and closing nonstop.
My favorite shit. I'm sorry.
I know.
Like, yeah, let's go.
So fun. It looks good. Coffee grounds spilled all over the counter for some reason. And then the teapot is screeching on the stove. All the knives are out in a pile by the sink.
Cool.
Which is running, and Evie turns it off.
That is not my priority, but
I know.
of all the things happening right now. Okay.
She literally just kind of like, it's weird. She's like walking like she can't believe what's happening. And it's kind of trance-like, and she just goes and she slowly like turns off the sink.
Okay.
And then that doll voice returns speaking to Evie.
No.
And she says, "Listen, do you hear something?" And all of the light bulbs on the first floor burst, and we're surrounded in total darkness.
Ooh, cool.
Evie calls out to Justin, but he's no longer there in her headphones. She keeps screaming his name over and over until suddenly he is back. Evie, I'm here.
Oh, what's up, bud?
But alongside Justin's voice, the backwards Baba Black Sheep starts up again, and then a voice saying, "Uzabani Mook, Uzabani Mook, Uzabani Mook," starts like blasting in her ears over and over. Justin's crying and says, "I don't know what to do. I have to go. I'm going to get you help. I'm going to get help, but I have to go." Like, I don't know what's going on his end. I think it's all just a in his ears experience. Like, I don't think anything weird's happening on his end. Well, physically. But yeah, Evie screams at him, begs him not to leave her, but he hangs up. And then the voice saying "Uza Bani Mook" gets more intense, louder, faster in its repetition. And Evie looks up the staircase. The lights upstairs are still on and flickering. And she sees as she walks up the stairs, the walls are covered in drawings of Abazu and dead infants.
Nice.
She runs upstairs to her mom's room to find her mom missing.
Oh, okay.
Instead of her mom, on her mom's bed is a figurine of Mother Mary, the figurine of Mother Mary.
Get back.
She picks it up, and as she does, this is the sequence of like my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite part. We can see in the mirror ahead over her shoulder that her mom is standing in the bathroom facing away from her.
Disgusting.
And her arms are very rigid at her side. But then when Evie looks up into the mirror, her mom starts slowly walking backwards toward her.
Ew.
I know. The backward walk toward me. Ew. I hate it. It looks so good.
No. The backwards stuff in general, I think that's why I love Malignant so much. If you know, you know. That's a big thing in that movie. But, oh, yeah, no, that's messed up.
Yeah. So Evie screams and turns to look at her mom with her own eyes, like instead of the mirror, and she just screams, "Mom." And then all the lights upstairs burst now too.
Oh, no.
I know.
No, now I skewered. Not that I wasn't before, but I skewered.
I know. It's pitch black. We hear Evie screaming for her mom through the darkness. Eventually, her screams turn into cries for Justin. Like she's given up on trying to figure out what's going on with her mom. Now she's screaming for Justin. And then the baby cries start to kick in.
Great.
And we hear Evie whisper, "Something's wrong, Justin." And her voice becomes distorted as she continues, "I'm so cold." Yes.
Oh.
And then she starts repeating, "Uzabanimuk, Uzabanimuk, Uzabanimuk." And then it changes at the end. It gets more and more demonic, her voice. And then it changes at the end to, "Come in, Abazu."
Mm-hmm.
And then
Say
the baby,
it with your chest.
and then the baby stops crying. We hear what sounds like a tumble down the staircase. There's a final beep that the subtitles describe as player beep, like a file coming to an end.
Oh, yeah.
And then the credits roll. So
okay, so the final tape was that.
Yeah. Like now she's I wonder if
was it actually that, or was it a
there's no
that?
There's no
you know
easy answer. Yeah, I feel like you can theorize about a lot of different things as far as the ending and just random elements used in this movie, but it seems like she got sucked into the 10th file.
Right. Okay, okay. Yeah.
I think Mike and Jessa, those files were really recorded from them. But now the 10th file is where the victims get sucked into, I guess. So that's it's the simplest way I can put it.
And do you also theorize, or is it meant to be understood, that this is a form of chainmail, where this has been sent to a lot of people who get sucked in?
Yeah. I like to think that somehow Abazu is able to send out emails, and she likes to title them with LOL and use upside down smile emojis. I just think that's really funny. No, yeah, I think it is her. Somehow she is able to send these, work kind of through the internet and send these out to people. Yeah.
It's really funny.
It's really crazy too. At the end, I get the feeling that her mom, because we saw a quick shot of her mom dying.
Yeah.
That was right before she started listening to these final 2 audio recordings.
That's what I was trying to remember the timeline on that.
So yes, I think her mom ended up getting possessed by Abazu. Her mom was getting possessed this whole time.
Sure.
And she was witnessing it, but not really realizing it.
Sure.
And then in the end, I think her mom killed her. A mom, moms kill their babies. But even though she's grown up, it's still a mom killing her baby through Abazu. And also by killing her, she kills the baby inside her baby. You know what I mean? It's a double whammy for this evil entity.
That's a crazy way it's a double whammy.
Yes, it is.
That's wild. But it's true.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, I loved this. If you couldn't tell, I really loved this.
It's just fun. We love a paranormal story, but it's hard for them to be made these days in any original context.
Yeah.
And so this was a fun paranormal story that's just different and fun to talk about.
Definitely different. No, and I was talking a lot about that exact thing while I was watching Poltergeist the other day, because Poltergeist is very unique in the way that it uses paranormal stuff. It's the same story, but the way that they go about it is very different. And I was thinking a lot about how paranormal movies these days, it's the same.
I know.
Same shit over and over. And I still eat it up, but this was refreshing and new and different. And it makes me, like you were saying, excited for Paranormal Activity, because I'm hoping that he can translate some of that into that movie. There's you would think it's hard to mess up a Paranormal Activity movie, but I think Next of Kin did exactly that and messed it up. So I have hope.
Yes, I would. I have hope as well. I think it'll be
and
a
I
good
definitely got to watch this too, because I'm curious about some of the sound design. Like you were saying, it's pretty standard, but I am curious about.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it with headphones, I think.
I would definitely recommend with headphones, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's so cool.
Okay. This brings us to Act 3.
It's all going so well.
I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
I really struggled to come up with what can we even do here in Act 3?
I feel like Act 3 is hard because it's really just what you did in Act 2. So
did you get here? You're still here? Okay, you're dead.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But I tried. So maybe, as Justin, could you call 911 in time to save Evie? He could hang up, call 911. He knows her address. You can call 911. They can get there it's probably going to be too late. And you got to factor that in because there's supernaturalness happening here.
Do we think Justin survived this, by the way? He did, right?
I think so.
So we are Evie. So like, I don't know. I think this is one of those situations where we're in a paranormal movie and somehow like just it wouldn't work. You know what I mean? Like paranormal stuff, it's always a little trickier.
I know.
But I think this might be my highest score thus far. My highest before this was a 17.
Yeah.
So you know how it be. I think 25.
That's what I did.
Yeah. I think 25. There's a quarter
chance. Maybe.
It could work.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe. We're really grasping.
Yeah, we really are.
And then, as Evie, could you break out of Abizu's supernatural trance and escape the house in this third act?
I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say 0. I'll say 2. And that's just because, like, I think when it comes to demonic stuff, like, that's once you're there, you're there.
I went 3. We almost matched for Act 3.
We did. Oh, you're so close.
But that made my Act 3 score a 14.
What does it make mine?
Is it going to be probably 13 or round up to 14?
Wait, 25 and 2?
Yeah.
14.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
So, like I said, Act 1 is weighed once, Act 2 is weighed 3 times, Act 3 is weighed once. And anyone who's following along, you guys can follow along with the worksheet that we post on Discord, and you don't have to worry about this math.
Yeah. I think this is going to be a situation where the community is very likely to have a much higher score than us.
Yeah.
Because we have a podcast and like,
right.
You know, like that we're already here.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so my final score, I'm scared to click calculate, is...
Oh my God. What?
A 5.2.
That's crazy.
I got a 5%. I died.
My final score is a 34. Yeah.
Oh, that's because I gave myself a 1 for Act 2.
Yes, Act 2.
Because I'm opening the
most important turning point. Yeah.
Oh my God. I died. Cassie, I died.
You did.
I died.
And now you're going to reward yourself by going and listening to a random tape that someone sent you once.
I am. No, I am. Oh my God. Wait, what is our combined score?
So we are together a 20%.
20%.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing me up a little bit.
You're welcome. Anytime.
You know, this is the first time in a minute, I could be a liar, that I feel like we've had a really low score. I think a lot of our movies have been very in the middle these days because there's so much like, oh, I would die there, but I would survive this. And then that often brings us to the middle. But this is one where I just was like, nope. You know what I mean?
I know. I want to find more like unique paranormal movies.
Yeah, because I love doing the paranormal ones, even though like they can be a little trickier.
Yes.
Based on just the way things work on this podcast. But wow, this was such a fun one. I loved this. This is one of my favorites, I think.
Yay!
It worked out.
It kind of did have the same feel as The Grudge, where it's like that level of spooky. Yes, which is hard. Usually we have too much fun. But we got a little spooked this time, which is fun.
We did. No, The Grudge was another one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Of yours. So I think it's just, you know, me and
paranormal
my spooky shit. Like it makes me really happy. Oh, the last time, okay, this doesn't really count, but the last time we were this low was Saltburn. But like that one's like,
yeah, it's like,
you know,
a different kind of unique.
Yeah. It's very different. Cube. Oh,
math. Okay.
Math. Yeah. Well, so you know, it makes sense. Okay, wow. That was so good. That was so good.
So fun. Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and hanging out with us this week. As always, please check us out over on Instagram at I'd Survive Podcast. There you can also find the links to our Patreon and our Discord where you too can fill out an interactive worksheet to get your own score. So let us know. Would you survive?